The Commission on Elections has disqualified Smartmatic Philippines Incorporated from participating in any bidding for its procurements. This comes after a petition seeking to disqualify Smartmatic from taking part in the bidding for the 2025 midterm automated election system was filed before Comelec. The petitioners cited Smartmatic's reported failure to comply with specific minimum system capabilities that resulted in alleged serious and grave irregularities during the 2022 national and local elections. But Comelec Chair George Garcia said their decision to ban Smartmatic from all Comelec procurement was not based on the allegations raised in the petition filed by former Information and Communications Technology Secretary Eliseo Rio Jr. and others. In a 17-page resolution, the Comelec Unbank cited the money laundering and bribery charges against former poll body chief Andres Bautista as the reason for Smartmatic's disqualification. Bautista had been charged with money laundering, conspiracy, and bribery by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, alleging that he received bribe money from top executives of Smartmatic in exchange for assistance to win the Comelec contract. Comelec said the charges also revealed that Bautista established a foreign shell company used to receive bribe payments from Smartmatic. Both Bautista and Smartmatic have since denied these allegations. Due to the gravity of the allegations, Comelec recognized it as an imminent threat to the integrity of its democratic processes. According to the Comelec, it has also recommended the permanent disqualification and blacklisting of Smartmatic from all government procurement proceedings. Meanwhile, contrary to the allegations raised in the petition, the poll body insisted that there were no irregularities in the 2022 national and local elections. Despite this, the Comelec said it will authorize, upon motion, a manual recount of ballots in specific areas requested by the petitioners. Two committees in the House of Representatives have adopted House Resolution No. 1477, urging the Philippine government to cooperate with the International Criminal Court's investigation into the country's brutal war on drugs. During the joint hearing of the Committee on Justice and Committee on Human Rights on Wednesday, both panels adopted the resolution authored by Manila 6th District Representative Bienvenido Abante Jr. and One Rider Representative Ramon Rodrigo Gutierrez in consolidation with H.R. No. 1393 and H.R. No. 1482. H.R. No. 1393 was filed by ACT Teachers Representative Franz Castro, Gabriela Representative Arlene Brosas, and Kabataan Representative Raul Manuel last October 17. While H.R. No. 1482 was filed by Albay 1st District Representative Edsel Lagman last November 21. It was Lagman who made the motion for the Committee on Human Rights, while Ako Bicol Representative Raul Angelo Bongalon raised a similar motion on the part of the Committee on Justice. Abante, chair of the Committee on Human Rights, and Bukidnon 2nd District Representative Jonathan Keith Flores, vice chair of the Justice Panel, approved the respective motions after they were seconded. After this, Lagman also requested that the committee secretariats coordinate with Senator Risa Ontiveros so that both chambers of Congress would pass a concurrent resolution instead. Ontiveros has filed a similar resolution before the Senate. Concurrent resolutions are resolutions adopted by both chambers of Congress that do not require the President's signature and do not have the force of law. Health Secretary Ted Arabosa assured Filipinos that there is no need to panic in light of reports of an increase in respiratory illnesses in northern China.
Hindi naman siya new viruses, it's the common diseases like mycoplasma, pneumonia, flu, and respiratory syncytial virus. At saka ito, karamihan mga children.
Okay.
These are children. So, it's also part of the seasonal endemic respiratory illness. So, I want to tell the people, don't be worried.
The Department of Health chief attributed the rise in respiratory cases to China's weather.
We have to understand this is common in all the temperate countries, yung influenza-like illnesses during the cold weather. Hindi naman tayo nagko-cold weather dito, warm tropical country tayo.
Arabosa noted that the DOH is doing its own monitoring of the situation. Moreover, he advised the public to practice proper cough etiquette and to stay at home as much as possible to avoid contracting respiratory diseases. He also assured the public that hospitals in the country are ready if there is ever a surge in respiratory patients.
Our hospitals are now ready. After our experience with COVID-19, of course, we will be able to field as soon as there are rise of cases going to our emergency department. So, sanay na yan, we can activate immediately the same way we activated during COVID-19.
The World Health Organization earlier reported increased cases of respiratory diseases and clusters of undiagnosed pneumonia among Chinese children. According to WHO, China reported no unusual or new pathogens in the upsurge in child respiratory illnesses in the north of the country. Environment Secretary Tony Loizaga said that 2 reclamation projects in Pasay City were able to comply with the Department of Environment and Natural Resources requirements. The DENR issues an environmental compliance certificate, which is needed before a company can undertake a reclamation project. While Loizaga reiterated that it was not within the agency's power to suspend reclamation projects, the DENR must conduct a compliance review.
There were several technical conferences called because there were some findings and observations. And after they complied with what was required, documentation-wise, and then review-wise as well, overall, the DENR actually submitted a report, and they had in fact substantially complied.
Loizaga also said that the DENR is conducting a cumulative impact assessment on the areas as well.
This is the scientific analysis needed in order for us to determine what is the cumulative impact of all of these projects in terms of the fulfillment of the mandamus order by the DENR as the lead implementing agency.
Marcos had suspended all Manila Bay reclamation projects in August. However, reports of the resumption of 2 selected reclamation projects surfaced on Wednesday, with environmental and fisherfolk groups denouncing the resumption of such projects.